Welcome back to The Bloated Chef. I am Chef Jerome, an actual bloated chef. And before we get to today's informative and entertaining tutorial, please be sure to slap down on that like button, click the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and share with the entire planet. Please keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and we thank you. And we're back downstairs and outdoors on the big board. It is a beautiful day. I've got the fly fans in full effect. We are going to take some flour, some salt, some water, some honey, some yeast. What does that sound like? Yes, bread and or pizza. Oh, who are we kidding? It's Focaccia pizza. So let's take care of some maintenance. There goes some thin shaved red onion. Had a little piece left over. Add a single tomato, nice vine riper. Slice it nice and thin. Why not? Use it all, people. There goes that last little chunk of them whole milk mozzarella. Nice and fresh. Sliced thin. Indeed. Next up, let's handle that fresh basil. We're going to chop that. Not so much chiffonade, but chop it. Now then, we've got our little mise en place together. Mozzarella, tomato, salami, pepperoni, basil, tomatoes. Did I always say tomatoes? Don't forget the tomatoes. Alright, fly fans in effect. Favorite new toy, by the way. Alright, let's knock out some dough, shall we? There goes 2.5 cups of water to about 1 hefty teaspoon of dry active yeast and a wee bit of hot cayenne honey. Feed the yeast, then you'll feed the beast. And our dry mix is quite simply 5 cups of AP flour. I happen to have some beautiful Caputo high gluten flour. Perfect for bread, right? In goes about 4 teaspoons of kosher salt. And now, after about 30 minutes, activating that yeast, watching it bubble, watching it foam into the flour, it goes and great. Look at this, mother. And after loosely whipping that, we're going to cover that for a good 2.5 hours. As you can see, it quadruples in size. We will knock that down with some forks from the edges around. Very simply done. Takes the air out just a little bit. Next step is to oil up the bottom of a bowl. Go ahead and scrape that out with a rubber spatula. Get that whole big loose dough ball out and transferred into a bigger bowl, because guess what? It's going to rise even more and grow even more from here. So make sure you get it all out of there. It's sitting in that oil. Make sure you toss it. Use those forks again if you have to, but make sure that oil is spread liberally across this dough ball. Right? Right. Now then, you can use them folks, 2 of them. Pull them from the edges to the middle, or from the middle to the edges, or whatever. But go ahead and cover that up one more time, and 2 full hours later, it has risen. It has risen. Alrighty then. Next step is to lightly oil the bottom of a sheet pan, a 12 by 18, of course, also known in the restaurant industry as a half sheet pan. That's right, a little bit of restaurant lingo for you. Anyways, keep that spread. Make sure it's pushed all the way to the corners. We are going to cover this up. We're going to let this rise one more time. And just like I never did in the 80s, it's covered up. A mere 30 minutes later, the sun has gone down. We are outdoors. Time to dimple. This is what's known as dimpling in the whole focaccia bread world. That's right. Now we're going to liberally season with kosher salt. Let that get into the nooks and crannies, a la Thomas's English muffins. Yeah, don't be shy. It's going to need it. And this will rise and turn beautifully crusty as well. So now we go about laying down our toppings. Let's roll. There goes some beautiful fresh sliced tomato. Next up, a healthy grind on that black peppercorns. That's right, fresh cracked pepper, salt, tomato, focaccia bread. Come on, people, come on. Now we take that stray piece of red onion that we had, that we shaved nice and thin. That's going to add a nice level of flavor to this as well. Time for a layer of that glorious, delicious, wonderful, bright, life-affirming, freshly chopped basil. Let's crank up that uni. Oh, money shot, baby. Yes, sir. So after 25 minutes in a 425 degree oven, we bring it back downstairs. It has rested, it has set, and now you could eat it just like this. Good Lord, you could eat it just like this. But we're gonna go ahead and take this off of that pan. We're gonna dope this up, as we say in the game, and turn this into an amazing focaccia pizza, baby. We will begin by painting a very thin, and I mean thin, layer of my Super Greens marinara sauce. Please check one of my original recipes on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe any chance you get. Thank you very much. Thank you too much. Our next move is to lay down that thin sliced mozzarella. Oh yeah, come on folks, look how good this is looking. Are you telling me your mouth isn't watering right now? Because I know mine is. Time for the meats. We have the meats. There goes some thin sliced pepperoni. And I mean slices, I mean strips. Right after that, we'll go with its big brother. Nice cured hard Italian salumi. Yes, sir. Slice them into thin strips. They crisp up nicely and caramelize beautifully. Right? Right. And after one last good poke of fresh cracked pepper, we got to cut this thing down to size because it ain't gonna fit in the uni. You can only take about 10 inches, if you know what I mean. Ladies and genitals, that's exactly what you want your focaccia to look like. We've got that oven cranked down to 750 degrees. We don't want to overcook this or over-char it for sure. We do like a little char, or at least I do. One quick turn, one quarter turn, one full turn, and we're done. And we finish it up with the remainder of that beautiful, fresh, bright basil. Please, somebody help me with this fucking dog. Time to feed the locals and portion this thing up. We got industry peeps we got to feed over here, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we'll go ahead and get about 16 cuts out of this. That should give one person each a lovely big old piece of focaccia pizza. Let's get into this and see what we think. I'm pretty sure this is a fucking slam dunk.